So I finally had a chance to find a pair that I've been looking for almost 25 years now, in my size, in this perfect condition. Pure miracle. Hey guys, welcome back to Kicks Reasons channel. For today, we are having a pair of vintage Reebok tennis model, which a lot of you will see and will be questioning, why is this a tennis model when we know the Blast, which was the mid-top version of this shoe, was tailored as a basketball shoe and it was used by many players in the mid-90s in the NBA. But this one is not. So what we have in front of you is the Reebok Tennis Vindicator, which is a curious case about this model because there's a Vindicator model that came out around the same time or a couple of years earlier that was part of the Above The Rim line from Reebok, and it was a basketball shoe. But they released this one in the mid-90s and they marketed it as a tennis shoe, which again, I was very confused at the time. There was not a lot of information. And I'm partially confused even today because the shoe features exactly the same components that were introduced in the Reebok Blast, the most popular, one of the most popular models of the time that was originally worn by Nick the Quick Van Exel from LA Lakers, and many other players, including Sam Cassell, and a ton of other players had that model rocked. But I have seen the lower one being rocked on the court as well, and not only the tennis court, but the basketball court in the NBA. This specific model was rocked by Patrick Rafter, the famous tennis player at the time. And when I saw it back in the day in the stores, initially without looking at the box, I personally thought that's just a lower top version of the Blast, because the shoe is exactly the same, features exactly the same midsole with the exact same outsole, where we have the big ultra hexalite on the heel, and we have the visible lateral side hexalite right here, which was a popular touch at the moment. We had the same pull tags with the rings on the heel and on the tongue as well. And I was confused, why is it marketed as a tennis shoe? And at the same time, they put the hexalite tags and they put the Duracord tag here, which the Duracord tag was only put on shoes. They were actually tennis models, and it was outlining all the information, what Duracord is, how much more, it says 60% more durable than the standard tennis outsole, low hardness. Duracord maintains the characteristics needed for high performance tennis. That's awesome. But if you look closer, there's no Duracord markup anywhere on the outsole. And this outsole is exactly the same as on the Blast. We have almost all throughout herringbone traction, which makes these shoes a very high performer on court. And maybe that's why the tennis model came through. Now, even 25 years later, the midsole is very soft. It's not cracking, it's not crumbling because it's that Polylite EVA. And even the outsole, which is solid rubber, it's not very hardened. But the most surprising thing for me was the upper. If you look at the upper, this is synthetic leather, and this is how the original Blast was as well. And this one is not cracking or peeling. A lot of these vintage pairs, especially if you get them like this and they're in synthetic leather done, almost all the time the upper will be cracking, crumbling, has like this eggshell style cracks all over the place. And the backside, where underneath the Blast kind of a, explosion logo or graphic, not logo, there's a synthetic nubuck, this black portion. And this normally, when you rub it off, will kind of release black paint because when it's old, it starts to deteriorate. But this one, it's fine. There's nothing coming off. It's not crumbling again. So I'm very surprised, and I'm kind of wondering how were they preserved to be in this specific state, because these are fully wearable and you're gonna see them on feet when I put them on. They're extremely comfortable. Again, we have a massive amount of ultra hexalite on the heel. And the EVA is still very soft, and it was soft back in the day. So these are very comfortable. And let me pull the paper out. This is how shoes came back in the day. I've said that many times before. Only the laces were run through the first lace loop. The rest of it was up to you to figure it out how to lace your own shoes. Nobody has laced the shoes in the factory. Everybody had their own unique style. So You can do it whatever you want. The tag in the back says 8.5, made in Indonesia. And the insole, of course, is removable. And this one is the standard Reebok Athletics insole with arch support, kind of a EVA made, very soft. At the same time, this is not gonna crumble because it's not polyurethane. And we have a simple Reebok and a Vector logo right on the heel. Again, these are very, very comfortable even today after 25 years. And like I said, I've been pursuing this pair for a very long time. I almost gave up because they're starting to disappear. I mean, it's been a long time. Very rarely anybody has a stock of these shoes. Laces are very nice cotton rope laces, and this specific model came in several different colorways, which were kind of mimicking the Blast. We have this one, which was almost predominantly white with only the Blast graphic coming on both sides equally and kind of symmetrical black. There was another one that was exactly like the Blast with asymmetrical. We have white on one side and then black on the other side. And then we have the completely blackened version, which was exactly like the Blast again. It was the almost predominantly nubuck black to upper, and the Blast effect was made in white. And last but not least, we had the women's version, which you're probably gonna see the picture somewhere over here. I'm gonna post it so you can see the women's version. Instead of this black effect, they had the purple underneath the white, but overall, the same exact design. The Reebok logos all throughout are this silver stitching, very nice in the back, on the side. And you're familiar with the Blast on the mid version, there are 3 logos right here, and this lower one on the Vindicator, we have only 2. They're debossed. We have one here that's almost not visible in the front, and we have the stitched silver one up above. On the Blast, we had 3 in every one of those elements. But, you know, being a lower version, obviously, we cannot cramp all of them. But overall, I am extremely happy and extremely surprised that I found this pair, especially in this condition. There's almost no yellowing. Like I mentioned, there's no cracking at all, which, again, very surprising to me, considering that this is almost entirely made out of synthetic leather. Still very soft, still very comfortable. And these, I mean, I can definitely rock these all the time. I'm not gonna do it because they're super valuable to me. They're super classic. We're never gonna see these again. So they're gonna go into my collection. But if I wanna rock them, I can rock them, no problem. They're gonna stay the way they are. The only problem might appear in the future is maybe sole separation, but you know, with glue that is specialized for shoes, you can always remediate that problem and be back on, right? That's pretty much it, guys. This is the vid. I really like these. I'm super excited that finally was able to get them. Seller on eBay had them posted in several different sizes. Luckily, they had my 8.5. I grabbed them under $100. Always a great buy. Paid what, $70 for these shipped. Can't complain. This is the price I would like to buy all my sneakers. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification so you get notified on every single video coming your way very soon. I have a ton of other classic and original pairs of Reebok to show you. And till next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.